You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Go over to blackwhitenetwork.com. We're running a sale, folks. It's almost graduation time, so we're running our graduation sale. 15% off everything in the merch store, including our new Freedom shirt that we have in the merch store. We have our Black and White Sports 2 hat, our Patriots hats. We have our sports gear. We also have memberships. Just started at $10 per month. You get a 7-day free trial when you actually do sign up. You could save money by getting the annual plan. And also, if you would like to donate to us, you can donate directly to the website. $5, $10, $20, whatever you guys want to give. We do appreciate the support. Well, Black and White sports fans, we have a tragic event that we need to talk about. A pickleball team. The whole entire team now is deceased because there was a pretty bad plane crash that actually happened out here in Texas. 5 people were killed, and that actually includes the pilot. The other 4 were members of a pickleball team that were actually on their way to a tournament. Now, this was a small plane. And guys, I got to be honest, man, I'm not a fan whatsoever of small planes. I've been on one small plane before one time. This is actually when I was back in the military. I was flying in from Virginia into Houston, and then from Houston to Lake Charles. And Houston, Lake Charles is only like a 2-hour drive, but I decided to fly, and it was a small plane. And boy, I didn't like the way that felt. I never got on a small plane again. But we must talk about this, guys, because this is pretty horrible. And the report says there's pretty much nothing left of the plane. This is how bad it is. The plane caught on fire. It exploded. And we got a picture, man. You can't even really tell it's a plane. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Here we go. So right over here, 5 killed in Texas plane crash. We're heading to pickleball tournament, club says. So let's go ahead and watch this news clip here. And then we also have some words from the pickleball tournament. Here we go.
Federal investigators are at the scene piecing together what caused a plane to nosedive into a heavily wooded neighborhood in Wimberley. That's a small city southwest of Austin.
Betty Cross talked to witnesses who live next to the crash site.
This is where the plane crashed in Wimberley, southwest of Austin. 5 people were killed, including the pilot and 4 passengers. The wreckage is just behind these cedar trees.
I heard this loud crash, and then the forest out here just lit up in flames.
This video was taken by Stacy Rohr late Thursday night, just moments after a Cessna 421 airplane crashed 200 feet from her house.
All I know is it shook when it landed. I knew it was like something I've never heard or felt.
What did you hear?
It was like a crash, like a loud crash, but almost like an earthquake too. So it was like vibrating. I mean, it was so close. I felt like it was the back of my place was up in flames.
The plane is registered to the company KB Flies out of Amarillo. It was en route from Amarillo to New Braunfels when it crashed at a high rate of speed into this wooded area. Neighbors were the first at the scene.
As we got closer to the fire, we did start to see pieces of metal fuselage.
Investigators confirm not much was left of the plane after impact.
The plane did catch fire, so that would indicate, some pretty severe damage to the plane.
This is a minute-by-minute map of the plane's flight provided by Flight Radar 24. The National Transportation Safety Board is leading the investigation into what caused the plane to plummet into the wooded area scattered with homes.
Just very sad about the whole thing, and also feeling very grateful that it wasn't any closer, because it was literally right here, and where it landed, I mean, there's homes and stuff.
A preliminary report from the NTSB is expected early next week. In Wimberley, Betty Cross.
Yeah, so you guys heard that right there. It is amazing, guys, that this plane didn't damage any homes. You heard that first lady, her home is like 200 feet away. And wow, I mean, that's just horrible, man. And we don't have the names of the people that died on the plane. We don't know the names of the people on the pickleball team, but we do have an image here of the wreckage, and it's pretty bad. Okay, so look at this on Fox News. This is a picture here of that plane. It's a Cessna plane, I believe that's where you actually pronounce it right there. And this is where it crashed around Round Rock Road in Wimberley, Texas, right there. And you can barely make out that this was even a plane. I guess you can see like the wings right there, but the rest of it, man, it's just completely destroyed. Completely destroyed. Just imagine, guys, if this actually hit, someone's home, more people could have actually been killed. But right here, it says Dan Dyer, president of the Amarillo Pickleball Club, said he played many games with 4 of the 5 people who died. Quote, "I've handed them medals. They were excellent players. They were out to win some games," Dyer said. "Every weekend, there are dozens of tournaments. Some people get the bug, others don't. But once they do it, they'll travel for a tournament." Yeah, like I said, guys, they were on their way to a tournament. And here's another picture right here. You can see it just barely crashed into that wooded area right there because there's other cars over here. Wow. Dyer said a second plane was traveling to the event from Amarillo at the same time. Authorities said it landed safely at the airport in New Braunfels, about 30 miles northeast of San Antonio. Quote, "I haven't heard anything from him," the pilot of the second plane said, according to air traffic control audio. The controller responded, quote, "He started to move erratically, and now his track has disappeared from the scope, so we want to make sure everything's all right with him." Yeah, if a plane actually is not showing up on the scope, obviously they got way too low and possibly crashed, and we know that that it did crash. At least one pilot in the area confirmed the troubled plane's locator emergency device had emitted a distress signal. The controller called 911. So those people on that plane, they knew that they were in trouble. They did. It was mostly cloudy in the New Braunfels area shortly before the crash, and there was a thunderstorm 2 hours later. I'm wondering, folks, if this is like a situation. Remember when Kobe Bryant died? The helicopter pilot, what's the term they use for it? He couldn't actually tell where he was, because of the clouds stuff. I don't remember the exact term. Okay, could have been a similar situation that happened here. But rest in peace, man, to all the people that lost their lives, including these 4 pickleball players. Just absolutely tragic, guys. It really, really is. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.